The story begins with a strange and scary scene. A woman is lying still by a quiet river. She isn't moving and no one is around. The feeling is spooky and confusing. Then the story jumps back in time to show how everything started. We meet Sarah, a woman who is raising her daughter, Mia, all by herself. Sarah works at a hospital as a nurse who helps people who want to have babies. Even though she is kind and strong, she is still very sad because her father passed away not long ago. But Sarah doesn't show her pain. She stays brave, especially for Mia, because today is a special day. It's Mia's 7th birthday. To make the day nice, Sarah cooks pancakes for Mia, her favorite breakfast. After that, she takes her to school and heads to work. At work, Sarah tries to focus, but her thoughts are heavy. She ends up talking about Mia's grandmother, Joan. Mia probably never met Joan, but she says something surprising. She says she misses her. Sarah finds it strange, but she thinks it's just Mia being a kid and imagining things. Later that day, Mia finds a small rabbit outside and brings it home. She wants to keep it as a pet. Sarah doesn't like animals and knows it might be a lot of trouble, but she sees how happy it makes Mia. So, to see her daughter smile, she says yes. That night, Sarah plans a small birthday party for Mia. She invites Pete, who is Mia's dad, along with Pete's new family. Pete's son, Toby, is close to Mia's age. While the kids play, Toby hits Mia during a rough moment. Sarah becomes very angry, much more than anyone expected. Pete tries to calm things down, but it doesn't help much. Everyone feels uncomfortable, and the party becomes tense instead of fun. When the guests leave, Sarah feels stressed and tired. She steps outside and smokes a cigarette to relax. Then, in a quiet but powerful moment, she burns a birthday card that her mother had sent to Mia. This shows that Sarah and her mother don't have a good relationship. There may be anger and pain between them that hasn't healed. That night, Sarah tries to get rid of the rabbit. She tries to catch it, but it bites her hand and runs away. Mia sees this and feels heartbroken. The rabbit meant a lot to her, and watching her mom treat it badly makes her really sad. The next morning, Mia starts acting strange. She wears a paper mask she made at home and says she wants to wear it to school. Even when the teacher asks her to remove it, she refuses. Sarah arrives late to pick her up. When she finally finds Mia, the girl is sitting quietly and looks upset. When Sarah asks what's wrong, Mia says she misses her mom. This shocks Sarah because she is right there with her. Later at home, Sarah tries to help Mia with a school project. Mia has to make a family tree, which means they need photos of their relatives. But they don't have many pictures. Mia goes looking on her own and finds an old photo in a storage box. In the photo, Mia is standing next to another young girl. When Sarah sees the picture, she quickly takes it away and says it's not Mia's, it's hers. Her reaction is quick and sharp, and she seems nervous. That night, Mia wakes up crying from a nightmare. She says she wants to visit her grandmother, Joan. At first, Sarah doesn't want to go, but she agrees. They visit the care home where Joan now lives. Joan has memory problems and doesn't recognize Sarah at all. She is sick and confused. But when she sees Mia, she suddenly calls her Alice, a name no one expected her to say. Even stranger, Joan and Mia seem to connect right away. They look at each other like they've known each other forever. Their bond feels deep and mysterious. The staff members have to step in and separate them. After they go back home, Sarah can't stop thinking about what happened. Later, she hurts her hand, though it's not clear how. Maybe it was by accident, or maybe she was just so stressed. Meanwhile, Mia finds an old pendant and keeps drawing pictures. But when her teacher looks at her drawings, she sees that some of them are not happy. Behind the smiling faces are dark, scary pictures. The teacher thinks Mia might still be sad about her grandfather's death. Sarah becomes even more worried. She talks to Mia again and asks questions. This time, Mia says something shocking. She says she's not Mia, she's Alice. Sarah checks Mia's drawings again and sees more scary images hidden behind the nice ones. Something doesn't feel right. One day, Mia starts crying and says she feels lost. She misses her dad and feels confused. Sarah wants to help, so she decides to take Mia to the house where she grew up. It used to belong to Sarah's father, but now it's empty. She plans to clean it and maybe sell it. On the drive there, Mia asks a strange question. Can people who died come back? Sarah says no, but Mia looks serious and says she has already come back, that she is Alice. When they arrive at the house, Mia walks around like she's been there before. She picks a room and says it's hers. She even points to a photo of Alice and says it belongs to her. She tells Sarah this house is hers now and refuses to leave. Sarah panics and pulls her out of the room, but in the struggle, she may have hurt Mia without meaning to. That evening, Mia quietly makes some drawings for her grandmother. She calmly tells Sarah that her sister Alice has returned and that both of them are 7 years old. Sarah is shocked. She starts wondering if someone, maybe Pete, told Mia about Alice. But deep inside, Sarah begins to worry that something more strange and scary is happening. Later, Mia becomes upset and walks away angrily. Time passes, and Sarah starts having scary dreams or thoughts. In one of them, she sees her own hands covered in blood. It's hard to tell if it's a dream or a memory. Everything feels mixed up. After some time, Mia visits Joan again. This time, Joan calls her by her real name, Mia, not Alice. For a moment, it feels like Joan is thinking clearly again. Mia becomes very upset when Sarah keeps calling her by the name Mia. She gets so angry that she even hits Sarah. It's like being called Mia is wrong to her, like someone is taking away her real identity. She truly believes she is someone else. To help Mia see the truth, Sarah takes her to a quiet memorial for Alice. It's a peaceful place where people remember Alice, who passed away. Sarah hopes that if Mia sees the memorial, she will understand that Alice was a real person and someone different from her. That night, they sit down and talk about Alice. Sarah says Alice looked a lot like Mia. She also loved animals just as much. But when Mia talks about playing hide and seek, something changes. Sarah tries to answer in a calm and friendly way, but Mia becomes upset again. Suddenly, the lights in the house flicker. The mood shifts. It becomes cold and strange. Mia says she hates the game because no one ever comes looking for her. She always ends up hiding alone. It sounds like she's talking about a lonely life where she feels ignored and left out. After dinner, Mia acts cold and distant. She runs into her room and locks the door. She doesn't want to speak to Sarah. That night, she comes out of her room wearing strange clothes and behaving in a spooky way. She stands in front of Sarah, not saying anything, almost like she wants to scare her. The whole house starts to feel more creepy and uncomfortable. Sarah, feeling disturbed, starts taking down every photo of Alice from the walls. She doesn't want Mia to keep seeing them. She carefully puts all the photos in the storeroom. But when she walks into the room, she hears strange noises, footsteps running and movement inside the old wooden wardrobe. These sounds scare her deeply. It feels like someone or something is hiding inside. The next day, Sarah visits Joan. She says she wants to sell the house from her childhood, but Joan gets very upset and says she won't allow it. Joan still believes that Alice might come back one day. They begin arguing. Joan says Sarah has always been the one who walked away from the family. She even says she never truly loved Sarah because she believes Sarah had something to do with Alice disappearing all those years ago. When Sarah gets home, she finds something shocking. All the photos of Alice are somehow back on the wall, right where they used to be. She is terrified. She starts to believe that Alice's spirit might be back and may want to take Mia with her. That night, Sarah falls asleep and has a terrible dream. She sees her father yelling at her. In the dream, she is standing on a cliff beside Alice. Then she sees her own face, but it looks twisted and scary. The dream ends with Alice falling off the cliff like she was pushed. Sarah wakes up shaken and scared. At the same time, Mia also has a nightmare. She wakes up screaming. Sarah runs to help her and sees what looks like a big wound on Mia's head. She tries to cut Mia's hair to treat the injury, but Mia says there is nothing there. In a struggle, Sarah accidentally hurts her own hands. Now Mia becomes afraid of her mother. She feels something is very wrong with her. Later, Sarah hears the door to the storeroom slam shut loudly. She slowly walks toward it, feeling nervous. The door is locked from the inside. Then everything starts to blur. Sarah begins to see bits of her own childhood mixed with dreams. These memories start to tell the real story of what happened long ago. Sarah remembers being a young girl who often felt invisible. She thought her parents loved her younger sister, Alice, more. This made her jealous. She took Alice to a hidden place where no grown-ups could find them. Alice got trapped inside a wooden wardrobe and began to scream. Sarah opened it, but Alice jumped at her in anger. Sarah, scared, picked up a metal object and hit her. Alice, badly hurt, ran away. Maybe she was trying to get help. Sarah followed her and saw her fall down in an open field. Alice was bleeding. In a moment of fear, Sarah pushed her into the river. She never told anyone what happened. People thought Alice was lost in the river. Her body was never found. Sarah kept the truth inside her for many years. Now, Sarah is starting to act the same way toward Mia, hurting her without meaning to. She finally understands that she's repeating the past. The pain and guilt come back all at once. Everything becomes quiet. Then, Pete arrives at Sarah's house. Inside, Sarah is on the floor, painting with deep focus. But the disturbing pictures, once believed to be drawn by Mia, are actually hers. Mia is not there. Pete and Sarah search everywhere. Sarah is terrified. She thinks she may have hurt Mia, just like she hurt Alice long ago. Scared and desperate, Sarah jumps into the river, hoping to find Mia. But Mia is safe. She's hiding quietly near the riverbank, watching what's happening. She is not afraid of the water. She is afraid of her mother. That night, Mia is brought back home and goes to bed. Sarah goes to visit Joan one last time. She tells her that Alice has returned, but Joan doesn't believe her. She doesn't want to hear it. Sarah still can't say the full truth that she is the reason Alice died. Later that night, while sleeping, Sarah whispers an apology to Alice. She finally admits she tried to hurt her. Mia hears this and calls her monster. Sarah doesn't fight back. She agrees in silence. In the early morning, Mia slowly slips out of Sarah's arms while she's still sleeping. Sarah wakes up just in time to see a ghostly figure, Alice, walking away, holding Mia's hand. It's unclear if this is something real or just a dream. But as Sarah watches her daughter disappear into the distance, she begins to cry deeply. It feels like she has lost Mia forever. And that is how the story ends.
Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.